In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 different solar offers that you can run today on Facebook and decrease your lead costs and increase your sales dramatically. Hey, welcome guys back to another video on the best solar channel on the planet. My name is Ivan, and for the past 5 years, I've dedicated my life and soul into solar, with having one of the biggest lead generation agencies in the space to transitioning our team to doing everything over the phone and selling over the phone. And on this video, I'm going to give you away the secrets of how we used to generate all these incredible results for our clients and for ourselves. So you're in for a ride. Make sure you watch it to the very end. Now let's talk about what is really an offer versus an angle. So there's 2 things. You have an offer and an angle. The offer is something that you give away for free, something that costs money. So every type of offer is some form of cash back that you give away to the homeowner as a prize for going solar. That's the offer. The angle is, for example, save money before the utility rate increases, or lock in your rates with solar. Or basically the angle is not offering anything in the ad, is just putting together script in a certain way that piques people's curiosity. That's what an angle is. And usually you should have multiple angles. If you want to go the angle side, and that's completely fine, but I'm going to show you how to get really cheap cost leads that if you have your tight process in the back end, you can make a lot of money. So without further ado, let's get right in. The first offer that you can run, that you can get really cheap leads on Facebook, and we've done that to a lot of our clients, and some clients were really happy with this campaign, and some clients were not very happy with the campaign. And the reason for it is because the clients that were happy had a very tight process in the back end. What do I mean by that? They have a dialer, they have a team of people to follow up with these leads and make sure that they're being called, multiple times a day, and so on and so forth. The other type of clients where they weren't happy with the results of the campaign is, hey, these leads, they just got in for, free shit. Like, they didn't really want to buy solar or anything else like that. It's like, yeah, if you basically approach this as a straight up solar and you don't even mention what they just went through on Facebook, from seeing the ad to filling out the form and so on and so forth, well, of course they're going to be disappointed. Whenever you run an offer, take this from me, you have to have a very tight process in the back end to ensure that people are being followed up with, and actually your script is relevant to what the customer journey looks like before they get on the call with you. So the first thing you can do is a generator ad. And a generator is a diesel type generator. It's not one of those expensive Generacs or anything else like that. Although you could do that, but those are a lot more expensive. Those go into the thousands. Whereas a diesel generator really does the job. It costs anywhere between $500 to about $1,000 a piece, and people are actually really happy with it. It's still something to do with energy and power outages and so on and so forth. So it has something to do with solar, and that was a really great ad while it lasted. Now if you decide to run it again, it will still work, but you have to remember that you have to have a really solid process that you can actually hit these people with once they come in, because if you don't, then you're probably going to be disappointed. Number 2, you got the free battery storage. So free Tesla Powerwall or free some type of power backup. Now, one thing you should be aware of is that a lot of these batteries attract homeowners that already have solar, which is not bad. That's okay, but you have to be aware of that. There's a lot of add-on systems that you could sell and make a lot of money on if you do this type of selling. Now, why do I say that? It's because it's easier to sell an add-on system because the people already have solar. Like, they believe in the concept of it. You don't have to explain to them like how solar works or anything else like that. It's just a more simpler version of the discovery call. So you don't really have to do a lot of that stuff because they already have solar. But you have to remember that if you run some type of free Tesla Powerwall or free battery storage or anything else like that, that specific campaign is going to attract a lot of homeowners that already have solar, which is fine, but you just have to know how to deal with it. So you have to prepare before they start to roll in, because once they start to roll in and you're like, you didn't expect that they would have that much solar, well, then that's not good, okay? But that's a great campaign to run. Then number 3 is a free roof. Offering a free roof is a great way to get a really cheap cost per lead that would ensure a lot of people would come in, would obviously need a free roof. they would need some type of a roof replacement. Now, when I say free, of course, everything is included in the cost of the loan. So they're still gonna pay for it, but the way you make it seem is that, hey, we're gonna give you this for free, meaning, hey, you're gonna actually pay the same amount or a little bit more than what you're paying now for electricity, but we're gonna be able to lock in your rate, and actually in 2 to 3 years from now, you're gonna end up paying what you're paying now with the roof included, but your utility company's not gonna care to cut you a check for $20, $30, $40,000 to get that roof done for you, would they? No. So that's how you get them in the door. Plus, if they had to, you roll out all the different options. If they actually wanted to do a roof, they would have to go and get a construction loan. And a construction loan is usually anywhere between 5 to 10 years. I don't know of any construction loans. They might be like a 15-year term. And the interest rates are anywhere between 10 to 20%. So it's obviously going to be a lot better to do it with the solar than without it, because they're going to be able to save the most amount of money per month. And the monthly expenses are actually that can have the most impact on somebody's quality of life in the meantime, which is what we care about. Now, when you do a roof campaign, you have to be very, very careful. You can't do this with just about any installer, because you have to make sure that the installer that's going to install the job can also do re-roofs. If you have to pick up another roofer to get a quote and do the whole thing, is just so long, it's not even worth it. The best way to go about that is work with an installer that can do both. They could handle the roof and the solar install all at once. So that's actually a great way to get really, really cheap leads and get people enticed, because a lot of these people do need roof replacements, and that would be a great option for them. The next thing, number 4, is free Energy Star appliances, which is again something that is tied to what they're paying for their light bill every single month. If they have, A Star, the most energy efficient appliances in the home, they probably will be paying a lot less than what they're paying now, right? Probably 20 to 30% less than what they're paying now. So by giving them a free Energy Star appliance, you're going to be able to get them in the door with, oh my God, like I'm going to get a free appliance and I'm going to solve that problem of mine of, hey, that old refrigerator or that old, stove or whatever, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to be able to have something new, reduce my utility bill by just getting something that is more energy efficient. And number 3, I'm actually going to get solar, which solves a lot of my other problems that I have with energy, being able to lock in the rates, so on and so forth, increasing the value of the home and all the good benefits the solar has to offer. But outside of that, you're also able to give them something for free just for going solar, which again is wrapped into the loan. But when you do it that way, it's very subtle. It is kind of free, because if you're paying for something and it's only like $20 a month, or like $10 a month more than what you're paying every single month, I mean, that it's basically free, right? And that's how you can explain it to the homeowners. But again, you have to have a solid script and a back-end process to ensure that you can actually handle these leads appropriately in order to get them through to the finish line and have them closed. And last, number 5, we've run something called a stimulus check. I don't know if you remember back in 2020 or 2021 when the stimulus checks from COVID were, going out. I was like, maybe we should do like a stimulus check ad campaign. And that's when, it just started going up and up and up and up. And that's when we actually found gold, because it just went through the roof. We had so many leads that were actually interested in solar. The whole thing, they loved the idea, very cheap cost, until obviously people started copying us. But I don't think anyone's running this anymore. At least I haven't seen it. And so I think that's going to do incredibly well, even if you decided to start it again. You just have to do it in a very, very clever way so your ad doesn't get taken down. We had some issues back in 2020 when we tried to do that, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, because it's, 2024 now. So those are my 5 different options for running a solar offer on Facebook to get you really, really good, cheap leads that you can start selling today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, if you're interested in learning more about our solar passive income model, then check out the first link in the description below, where you can fill out a short application. You can book a call with myself or the team, where we're going to show you exactly what it looks like to have your very own remote solar sales business and what the potential actually looks like on a month-to-month basis. So if you're interested, hit up the first link in the description below. And once again, thanks for watching this video.